Saints Sergius and Wakhis. Beside an engaged column adjacent to the altar door where the Nursing Virgin Mother fresco stands, there is another engaged column on which a fresco has been discovered. The wooden door frame, made in 1914, overlaps this fresco. It shows a standing young man without a beard, dressed in blue and wearing a short red jacket. Perhaps he is from the military, either a soldier or a prince, because he wears a belt on which hangs a sword sheathed in a red scabbard. The saint is holding the sword tightly in his left hand and wears a ring on a finger of his right hand. The head of the saint is surrounded by a yellow aura, framed by a black border with white dots. He seems to have long dark hair and is looking straight ahead, but there are no clear features. Searching for the saint's name, a few Greek letters were found in an empty area on the right of the saint, indicating that the saint's name consists of several letters, only 3 of which are still apparent. These are I, O, C, which are the last 3 letters in a number of Coptic and Greek names, such as Sergioc or St. George, Sergioc or St. Sergius, and Dimitrios or Saint Dimitrios. Based on the ancient iconography of Sergius and Wakhis, they are always shown as young, beardless men standing and not riding horses. Since the space to the right of the saint is small, it is highly likely that this saint is Saint Sergius, because this is one possibility from the available names, given that this name has the fewest letters. Researchers have emphasized the great similarity between this image and the picture of the Nursing Virgin, and therefore it is dated to the second half of the 7th century. The sloping capital of this pillar where the saint stands is decorated with a cross, 2 red auras and green branches. This half column has been restored and renovated by the Dutch mission between 1997 and 1998. On the opposite side of the altar door is another engaged pillar on which appears a fresco of another standing military saint. Despite the fading of a large part of the image, it is still easy to distinguish because it is similar to the image on the opposite right-hand half column. They are similar in style, colour and dress. This saint is dressed in blue, with a short red jacket. He also seems to be a soldier, because he is wearing a belt with a sword in a red scabbard, and he is also holding his sword tightly in his left hand. Around his head is an aura framed in red, and with eyes wide, he is looking straight ahead, symbolizing foresight and deep thinking. Since the earlier saint was recognized as being Saint Sergius, and since these 2 saints are stylistically similar, it is most likely that this second saint is the companion of Saint Sergius, Saint Wakhis. They are always drawn together as 2 young soldiers. It is said their presence in this location is evidence that they are guards of the church altar. This scene is also dated to the second half of the 7th century.